Let's start Doran Shield here. So there's a couple things we're doing this game, right? Wait, my sound's not on. Am I getting pranked? League of Legends? Why's my League of Legends sound not on? Okay, so there's a couple things that we're doing here. So I need to explain a couple things to y'all. So, first off, I think Doran Shield, so versus any hard lane, like Malphite, Camille, Fiora, you can't just go Doran Shield and go different rune. Like, you need some sort of sustain. So Grasp with Second Wind can provide that, or Doran Shield can provide that. So I'm going to go Doran Shield here to keep my damage up with the rest of this tree. Okay, so what I want to test out today is that my normal build is Anguish, Embrace, maybe sometimes Nashers, right? Like, that's the ticket, right? It's always going to be a good build. That build's always going to be good. But I think Ludens is better for squishies because of pretty much like that magic pen. So if you look at this magic pen, you get 10 off the rip with Ludens and 5 an item, right? So that's good for squishies. If they don't build magic resist, you're shredding them. Flat magic pen's awesome. Comparative to the 10% magic pen. On top of that, the Ludens proc. So this Ludens proc is a flat 100 plus 10% of your AP. So it's like, if that flat 100 plus 10% of your AP is going to be better than the LIANDRYS Anguish burn, then I think it's going to be worth it. Does that make sense? Ludens will be doing a flat 100 plus 10% of your AP. So if that flat, 100, 120 damage, 130 damage, right? So if 130 damage is going to be more than you would get off LIANDRYS, then Ludens may be worth it. If they have no MR, and the Ludens will be doing more than your LIANDRYS. That's kind of like the formula. So Ludens against Squishy, I think, is the play. Because like I said, if you have all that magic pen versus a champion with no magic resist, that's wonderful. Because you're going to go Sork Boots, right? So if you have, you would have 18 with Sork Boots, right? Then you would get another 10 and 5 an item. So you're going to have anywhere from 28 to like 43. So if they have no magic resist, magic pen's good versus no magic resist. So if their base is 30 MR, you're going to shred all that, right? And then of course that flat proc is going to be doing more if they're squishy. Because that burn is really good versus tanks, it's just okay versus squishies. Also, the reason why I like this so much is that Ludens will proc just off 1 Q, right? Only thing you need to do is you gotta toss a Q at them every 10 seconds. And you're making value of the item. Unlike Nashers where you have to land 48 autos, right? Unlike Riftmaker where you have to be in combat for 30 minutes. See the difference a little bit? Oh, nice. We'll play the Moo. Hey, Trixie, how you doing? 5 get the subs, Trixie. Wait. Hold up, timeout. Trixie, you're the one that's stressed out on finals week. We should be gifting you subs. Trixie, you're doing it wrong. You're stressed out. We gotta give you subs. Come on now. It's opposite. I'm not stressed with finals week. But thank you for the subs. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the Mighty Mo, Joel. How we doing? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. I'm working on it, seeing where the best spot is. Giving it the old college try. Thank you. Thanks for the heads up. And I hit that cannon. Look at that. I haven't missed much CS this game. It's my warm-up game. This is going great. Aries putting in work for us, Mr. Malphite or Mrs. Malphite. You never know. Rock bottom. Oh no. I should have got the Q off. Okay, we're good. I knew he was gonna die. I didn't have to waste my mana on the Q. Yeah, I knew that. We're cool. Do I really dare go for a plate here? Am I really that greedy? No, I'm not. I'm leaving. Great warm-up game. Ever worth using W to dodge Q Comet? No. You're gonna go like that, especially in the early game. Hey, Striker, my man. We went 3-0 in Clash last night. It was a hoot. Baby. Okay, we're going to Ludens because here's my timing, right? Here's my timing with Ludens this game. Here's my thinking rather. they do have two tanks, right? Like, they have Malphite and Red Cane, right? But generally, you know, Jin and Pyke are not going to go magic resist. Jin and Pyke are not going MR. Like, that would be very weird. We only have 2 MR champs, maybe 3. So I don't think Jin and Pyke are going to go magic resist. So Ludens is going to shred them. I don't think Diana is going to go magic resist either. So Malphite's going to go MR, and that's going to stink. But Red Cane doesn't really have an easy build path for magic resist, right? So although Red Cane is tanky, I think I'm still going to shred him. So that's kind of like my thinking behind Ludens this game. Like, although Malphite and Cane are kind of tanky, like, I would classify Red Cane as like a bruiser tank. I don't think he's going to build magic resist. So now I could be terribly wrong, but even if he builds 1 items, it still should be okay. And now this part, also the reason why I'm not going to recommend this build to y'all is because it requires so much in-depth BS. On top of the Ludens and magic shred that I explained, another point of the item switch versus squishies. So LIANDRYS shreds 10% magic resist, right? That's going to be 10%. So against a squishy target, generally they don't build magic resist. They're going to have 30 MR. It's going to be shredding 3 MR, right? Where Ludens is going to be shredding 10 off the rip. So that also is another point to think about. Holy smokes, it's a lot of thinking with checking these builds. All right, let's try our best to make this work. A lot of thinking, but I'm up for the challenge. I do think that this is not going to be something I recommend to everybody, though, because it requires in-depth analysis of the game every single time. Just me explaining it to y'all, I'm about to go out of breath, right? Hey, Jace, thanks for giving us the Meadow. Meadow, how you doing? It makes me very happy that you've been a part of our communities for, like, years now. It makes me very, very happy. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I'm going to get ganked and spanked very soon. But I have no fun. I mean, if Cane shows up well-timed here, I'm totally dead. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll try my best. Winnable! Ooh, we got the pooper and the scooper, I'll tell you that much. Hey, turret, that's not cool. I mean, I could flash from and stuff, but it's going to be very, 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 very risky. Oh, man. Oh, Nelly. Okay, please die from that. Ari, can you get him one more time? Ari, come back to Papa. Come a little quicker. Okay. That guy just let it fly on me. Thankfully, I have Nullifying Orb, and it didn't do anything, but thankfully I have Nullifying Orb anyway. It made me feel safe. I think I just rune gapped him. I took 2 magic resist runes and Nullifying Orb, so it's like, there's no way he kills you unless you really mess up, I feel like. Alright, this is one of those cases where we just need our bot lane not to die 1 death a minute. That's all we need. So in this game, we need our bot lane just not to die at an average of 1 death a minute. And I think they could do it. I have faith. I want to go for another wave. I really want my Ludens, man. Like, it's not going to be that good versus Malphite, but just to have this as already completed would be cash money. $140, I can sell Doran's? Hell yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, cool. Oh, that's wonderful. 9-minute mythic. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, this isn't going to be that useful as Malphite. But if you look at their builds already, right? If you look at their builds, none of them are building magic resist, so we're looking good. Hey, Prith, listen. I was very nervous about making that Reddit thread. I'm not really the most active on the Team of Talk subreddit. It's very intimidating. So thank you for being here. I think Riftmaker, after it got nerfed down to 10% true damage, I don't think it's that good. Realistically, it's not the worst. Like, you're not going to buy Riftmaker and be like, oh, this item sucks. But I think for Teemo, it's not the best. It requires you to be in combat for a while and to be autoing a lot to get the max use of it. I think on average, LIANDRYS Anguish is going to be better most games. I feel like Rift and LIANDRYS are very similar to where they're both really good versus tanks, right? Like, both are designed to shit on tanks, you know. Riftmaker with that passive, it's designed, the longer you're in combat, the more value you're getting from it. And that obviously is easier to do versus tanks and assassins. So they're both kind of designed versus tanks, so I don't see why I would take Riftmaker over LIANDRYS. The sustain is nice, but you can also get the sustain from Ravenous Hunter. And yeah. Leeching Leer for lane. I mean, yeah, Leeching Leer is a great item for lane. But I feel like we have other great items for lane as well, right? Like, if you're thinking about the best items to build in lane, it's like we have Arm Guard versus AD matchups, right? I feel like Demonic Embrace is a great item to build for lane. It's a giant spell. Now, Leeching Leer is really good for lane, don't get me wrong, but is it good enough to go Riftmaker as a mythic? To me, no dice. Now, Riftmaker, there is varying opinions right now. So like I said, even if you buy Riftmaker, I don't think it's bad, but I definitely don't think it's top tier at all. And I don't, you know, I feel like it's not defined well on Teemo. Like I said, with Riftmaker, it's kind of like, okay, the damage on it isn't really that high. The sustain is nice, that's cool. The substats, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have that bold of an identity. Like, when I go Riftmaker, I don't feel like it's a clear, okay, I'm shitting on things now. Like, if you buy Ludens, you shit on squishies. You buy LIANDRYS Anguish, you shit on everybody. Riftmaker, it's like, you buy it, you don't really shit on people. You have a little bit of extra sustain, you have a little bit extra damage, but you don't really like shit on people, you know? It's not really that impactful in my opinion. Wow, I'll take, okay, well that was a little scary. I keep catching his Malphite ult right to my chin, my chinny chin chin. I'm gonna just assume Night Harvester is okay, but Night Harvester is super high risk, high reward, right? Like, when you buy Night Harvester, you're banking on you being a part of every team fight. You bank it on you getting hits on everybody, right? Super high risk, high reward. Where, like, you know, LIANDRYS is no risk, high reward. You know what I mean? It's, all these items are comparative to LIANDRYS, because LIANDRYS is kind of like the normal, right? LIANDRYS is kind of like normal. So, when you go to these items, you compare it to LIANDRYS. Like, how is Night Harvester better than LIANDRYS? Like, again, if you're smurfing or if you're popping off, you can get those resets, it's cash money. But if you can't, I'm not so sure about that. I'll go Nashers here. I think I'll be able to land enough autos. Also, the reason why I'm testing out Ludens this game, right? The reason why I'm testing out Ludens is because Ludens is good versus squishy champs. It's good versus champions that do not build magic resist. And I'm anticipating none of their champs building magic resist except Malphite. So, like, Ludens is not going to be that good versus Malphite, but versus the other four, I should be shredding them, which is going to be nice. I'm going to take a risk bottom here. This is a very risky roam, but I feel like you got to risk it for the biscuit, you know? I'm not going to be just laning versus Malphite for the next 10 years. I'm sure Pyke just warded blue. He's coming from over there, so I'm still going to go. Can I flash one-shot Jhin? This would be a real Ludens test, huh? Real test of the Ludens damage. I like Kate's bait here. I dig this. Okay, we got Renekton. Let's see the damage on it. Bonk. Okay, I feel like it did a generous amount. Where's Jhin gonna go? He can't really go anywhere, right? Wait, did he just... Oh, he is gonna go somewhere. Wait a minute. That wasn't part of my plan. I wasn't supposed to let him live. I felt bad. We'll let him live. It's my warm-up game. It don't count. Can I catch him on the greedy recall? Sure can. Sure can. The classic. Why walk to base when you get base there and probably die for it? Hell yeah. I had to get a plate. It's early Christmas. Look at that. Hey, good morning, Wizard. How you doing? So, Ludens, it did maybe like 200 damage in that scuffle. I feel like that's a good amount. It's doing 117 right now. So it's like, the way I like to think of Ludens, right? So this is how you have to look at the item. Compare it to LIANDRYS. This is doing 117 damage every proc, right? Just for math, we'll assume like 1 proc of Ludens is equal to 1 proc of LIANDRYS, right? Like, how much would LIANDRYS be doing right now? So like, Malphite has 1600 health. Jin's probably got like 1100, right? So if I were to buy LIANDRYS first item, it probably, let's see, it is going to be doing, you know, the 4% max health damage, and realistically that's like 7 or 8 with the shroom. So like 7% of 1300 would be like the math of how much is it doing. Can you all help me out? What's 7% of 1300? $91? Okay, so it's going to be doing about 91 to everybody but versus Malphite. Whereas Malphite would be doing a little bit more than 91. But, come on, give me the movement speed! I'm so slow! Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I gotta roll. Oh, no. We gotta start the happy feet. Oh, no! Oh! I just wanted to kill one. Okay. So, Okay, that's fair. I got. Okay, Game of Thrones. So we can safely assume right now, Liandry's is doing like 91 damage to all of them, and then versus Malphite, it's doing a little bit more since he's building health, right? Well, even Kane. So Kane is probably doing like 100 and change. Versus everybody else, it's doing 91. So right now, it's like Ludens is giving me 119, plus it's giving me 15 Magic Pen. Like, would I rather have 15 Magic Pen, or would I rather have, you know, the 10% Magic Shred? So all this TLDR, right? All this talking, all this combines, it's TLDR, Ludens is best for squishies, Liandry's is best for everything else, is my item choices. That's what all this talking is, right? Versus squishies, Ludens pops off. Versus bruisers, tanks, Liandry's is best. Riftmaker isn't as good, in my opinion. Night Harvester's not as good. Everfrost isn't even a question. So yeah, this is my logic at the moment. I'm gonna keep testing it, of course. That's how I feel. That's how it be for me. Nashor's is good situationally. Morel is good situationally. Zanya's Banshee's is good situationally. This is how I feel about the game. Hey, we had no vision. So I'm doing a lot of damage here to Kane. You can see, I feel like you can see the damage with that Ludens proc. Holy smokes. I'm down to chase. Maybe not, that's okay. TLDR, Ludens is good for squishies. I'm down here. Oh, Jesus, man. Stop ulting me. That's not cool. He's not supposed to have ult up. I panic ignited. That's okay. Why not instead of Nashor's attack speed boost? Because attack speed boost for Teemo kind of stinks. Would you rather have 18 Magic Pen or attack speed, right? Like, I don't see a world where attack speed's better than Magic Pen on an AP champion like Teemo. So I think the reason why Nashor's is a good pick here. What's my next item? I don't think Embrace is good with the Ludens build, right? Definitely Oblivion Orb. So my logic behind Nashor's, okay? My logic behind Nashor's is this item is very easy to make use of, right? So the attack speed, the AP, the on-hit damage. To me, if you land about 3 autos, you can make this item work, right? And now if you look at their team, I'm gonna land 3 autos on Malphite and Kane. That's a no-brainer. Maybe Diana. Versus Jhin and Pyke, no way. Versus Jhin and Pyke, I'm not landing 3 autos. Not a damn chance. But versus 2 out of their 3 champion, I'm getting full value of this item. So versus 2 out of 3 champs, I'm getting full value of this item. Versus the other 3, I'm getting maybe some value. Maybe half value, maybe a quarter value. We'll see, right? And I think that's enough for Nashor's. Like with Pressy Attack, it really is only good versus tanks. But with Nashor's, it's kind of less of a risk, right? So like if you don't get 3 autos, the item's still not bad. It's not like the item is shit if you don't get 3 autos. But generally, I think of 3 autos is when I get my value out of Nashor's. I can definitely get 3 autos on 2 champs, maybe on 3, and I think that's good enough. I hope that helps. So it's hard to define squishy team comps. Like with all this talk about squishy versus tanky, it's really just up to the Teemo's judgment. You know, a challenger Teemo will have better judgment than a bronze Teemo, right? Silver, whatever rank it is. It's all about judgment. There's no like, we're fucked. Okay, we're getting rolled. I don't think there's any point flashing there. So it's all about judgment, you know? Like, what do you define as a squishy comp or non-squishy comp? I feel like this team comp, they're squishy, but I think it's workable with Nashor's for sure. Like, they're squishy in the sense that these 4 targets will not have magic resist. But then again, Kane isn't squishy if squishy is defined as one shot. It's a lot of talk. We're getting pooped on in team fights. Like, kind of just running into Malphite ults, but it's good. It's good. I'm testing. I think Ludens is kind of doing good this game. I feel like every time I hit them with Ludens, I'm like shredding them. It's great. Trying to think what else do I buy with Ludens, right? Ludens, we can assume they're not going to have magic resist, right? So maybe an early death cap would be cash money. Like, I'll probably go death cap next. Yeah, they're playing... The meta stuff is definitely... Like, meta stuff is more broken. Like, Jhin, Kane, very strong. Malphite is strong, but not really god tier or anything. Yoink! Haha! Yoink! But I'm not gonna focus on that. Like, there is glaring stuff that's very strong right now. But I'd rather just have some fun playing Teemo than worry about all that jazz. I'm definitely down to still team fight. Like, I think we could win a team fight if I don't run right into a Malphite ult. Like, I don't think it's impossible. This seems a little nuts, but okay, the Zillion ult, respect. Cake got pooped on, that's okay. It could be worse. This is good testing, though. This is really good testing. Amumu, you got this, bro. You're king. You're king to these goblins. I don't think team comp matters as much as people think, to be honest. Like, team comp feels very overrated. I mean, we played Clash the other day, right? We played Clash yesterday, and our team comp to win our last game was, wait a minute. Kane? Hey. Hey, I got scared. I could have killed that. Good luck, Renekton. Good luck, Amumu. I'm on my way. I have Flash. Okay. Okay, we make this work. We have no damage. We're healing him. Oh, there's a Kane on me. So look at that chunk right there. Isn't that a nice chunk? That's a nice chunk over his Kane, you know? You see that initial chunk with Ludens? Like, you're not going to get that chunk with LIANDRYS. That might mean the difference versus some teams. It's a chunker. I'm not going to fight that. I'm just going to grab turret. Like, I've got 1 health, you know? I've got 1 health. I walk in there and die. But instead, I could just be pushing mid, right? I'm going to shred this turret. Good luck, team. I don't care about third Drake. I'd rather get inhib. Yeah, they can have that third Drake. They can have third Drake. For me to go over there with being low, I healed off the minions, but I'd rather try and get this inhib for sure. I might not get it. Uh-oh. Okay, they base. They base. That's cool. Really? You got a flash on me like that, man? I'm dead. Okay, great. Well, that's cool. Okay, what's going on here? If Diana didn't kill me, I think it would be a good play. Okay, well, that didn't go well. If Diana didn't kill me, I think that would be a good play. The fact that Diana killed me, I'm a noob, but it was a good flash by her. What can you do? I almost got us a Drake. I think we played a little bit better. We definitely could have got Drake. This guy is nuts. He's bonkers. Hey, nice. Amumu, I've seen you hit these smites, bro. I've seen you hit these, Amumu. Nope, I didn't. I seen it in my dream. It was a fib. Okay, let's try and get a pick at Baron. I would assume they're going Baron, right? Just going to YouTube? No, it's my warm-up game. Warm-up games usually are a tall task. This is going great for a warm-up game. I'm getting my testing in. So 14, you know, honestly, so this is a great game for Ludens, right? They're not building any magic resist. The damage is lower than LIANDRYS, but I think that's fine. I don't think you weigh Ludens on, like, the raw damage. Let's see. I don't want to go near you, Diana. You're level 15. No, thank you. I'm not going to worry about my team chat. I'm not going to worry about my team chat. I think my play was fine. I also brought Diana back to base. Like, yeah, I died, right? So that's not cool. But I brought Diana back to base, giving my team a nice 2v2 for Drake. If I would have hauled ass to Drake, it would have been a 3v3, right? Diana would be waiting there, and it would still be a 3v3. So it's like, me going for a turret didn't change any odds. It was either a 3v3 or a 2v2. Now, the fact that I died, yes, that was a noob move. But I think we still had an equal chance at the Drake. We just didn't play it too hot. I think Ludens is really good for squishies. I'm thinking we're onto something. I think the damage is not going to be as high as Anguish, but I think Anguish just is like it's a damage meter, right? All that burn is going to just shred, whether it's impactful or not. Renekton's dead. That's okay. Let's go to Baron. Sure. Screw it. Let's go for it. Why not? Let's see if we can melt it. He is playing a Amumu, right? He got 2 burn items. I'm Nashers. Let's go for it. Let's shoot for the stars here. Kane's not here. We're dead for this, right? We're 100% gonna die, but maybe we get Baron. I'm just gonna go towards the back of the pit and pray. Okay, hit a shroom. That's something. Diana's gonna walk in here, I would think. As long as we don't catch some outfit ults. This could be going worse. This could be going worse. Okay, it went worse. It went worse. Look at the burst. Look at the burst damage I'm getting off, man. It's a lot of burst damage. But, I mean, we got a kill, bro. I'm not sure I'm going to go in for that. I don't think, oh, no. Good luck, Zell. I'll be waiting, my sweet prince. Oh. So, Ludens isn't going to compare to LIANDRYS on, like, damage done. But the damage that it's doing is very impactful. And it's very noticeable, for sure. I'm one-shotting Kane. You know, I'm actually one-shotting Kane, right? Like, that's insane. I don't have Electrocute. I'm not, like, corn-fed. I'm one-shotting him because I have all that magic pen and he has no magic resist. I think in games where you could judge this puppy pretty well, which is not easy to do, like, think about how many times I actively thought about Ludens and LIANDRYS this game, right? Actively thinking about it. It's very, my brain is numb. It's very hard, but I think it's worth it if you can pull it off right. Okay, we'll take it. It could be worse. We'll take it. Have I done Imperial Mandate Teemo? I have. It's not good. It's fun saying that you're building Imperial Mandate on Teemo, but it's not good by any means. I like Kraken Slayer. Is that not the move? Yes, I'm aware I call it Kraken Slayer. No, I'm not going to call it Kraken Slayer ever. Anyway, that's more of a for fun build. Like, Kraken Slayer would be good against tanks in theory, but you know what's better versus tanks? LIANDRYS Anguish, right? So, like, if you're versus a tank comp, it's not bad, but it's like, you're just making the game harder on yourself when you could just buy LIANDRYS Anguish, right? And do, like, the same, if not more damage. What do we go next? I could go Zanya's, but I ain't no punk. Guess we'll just stick to the Morellos. I mean, Morellos is going to be good versus 4 of their targets, right? Although, I don't really like the Morellos purchase. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Would Void just give me more damage? Because with Void, well, Void's not really worth a lot. Nobody has magic resist. I think maybe Lich Fiend would be better. Because, like, wait a minute. I want to pop a shroom on Malphite so he doesn't one-tap us. Hold that for me, thank you. Oh, Pike, thank you. We needed that. Big thanks, Pike. I'm going to go for Jhin around the bend here. Or Pike. We'll take a Pike. I'm going to go for either of them. Come to Papa. Let me one-shot you. Okay, well, that wasn't a one-shot. I jumped the gun. Whoopsie daisies. They're going around the other bend. Interesting. We get Drake. That's cool. I'm down to fight. Alright, well, we're all just running in a straight line. This is going interesting. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's fine. We'll take it. I guess I'll go top. I don't really like Morellos that much this game because, you know, I feel like I'm one-shotting them. Yeah, she can kill me and she knows it. I'll go over here. She's coming for my ass. That's okay. I think we should have went Lich Fiend, perhaps. I think Demonic Embrace won't be that good in this build because, like, this is a very squishy build. Like, that burn's going to be very, like, nothing, right? Like, I'm going to be squishy regardless. The burn isn't really going to be too good for this game. I think Demonic Embrace won't be the play. I think it's, like, Ludens with more of an AP vibe, and then LIANDRYS Anguish and Demonic Embrace for the classic build. None of them they still don't have any magic resist, so we're still chilling. They've got nilch magic resist, nada. You know, realistically, instead of Morello, I think like Banshees or Zanya's is a play, but I really have asserted myself as just not building defensive items. I think I just want it to be part of my mindset that I don't need defensive items to win a game. I just want that to be molded in my mind, right? I don't need a defensive item to win the game. If I always play like that, I'm going to be able to pop off with full damage builds and get really carry potential. Like, in theory, though, I think Banshees is probably the best item in this game. Horizon Focus doesn't work on Teemo, unfortunately. Unless you have, like, a zillion speed up and you Q and flash away and haul ass. Lich Bane is fun. I think Lich Bane's fun, but it's not really a good item on Teemo. But I think for this build it might be, you know, no cap. Cosmic Drive, I guess, would be okay. I think it would synergize well with the movement speed action. I guess that would be okay on this build. I would think I would like Lich Bane a little bit more. I could also go Void. Like, I wonder what the math is behind Void. It will take 40% off the top. Like, 40% of 30... I guess Void is still good. Like, 40% of 40 MR is how much? Well, that was a good flash by Pike. Really good flash. What's 40% of 40? About 15? I think that's still pretty decent. Oh, Nelly! Oh, nice. That's a good movement ult. Wonderful. That's okay. No, that's not okay. It's not okay. Nope. I just flashed my death. It's not okay at all. It's not okay. Nope. I'll take a... Hey, okay. No, it's not okay. Man, imagine if I didn't troll and flash. Imagine if I didn't flash to my death. That would have been really cool. Would have been really cool if I didn't flash to my death. 16 MR, I think that's fine. I think this build this build revolves around like this build revolves around them having 0 MR, right? Because Ludens is giving me 10 magic defense plus 15 at the moment. This build revolves around them having 0 MR. So, you know, if they build MR items, it's boned. But like look at this target, 52 magic resist, right? Right now I'm taking off 18 plus 25. So I'm taking off about all her magic resist. I'm doing true damage to her. I think to keep that rolling, I think Void Staff is pretty good. I don't like Void Staff on the Anguish because you're already getting free shred and like maybe I do like Void Staff and Anguish, but yeah. This feels good. It definitely feels like I'm doing damage, right? I think this is in the right spot. I know I'm explaining it a lot. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm just kind of like, this is a build I'm learning, right? I don't always build Ludens. So this is a build I'm trying to actively learn. And when I try to actively learn, I just have to keep nailing it in my head, right? I know I'm repeating myself. I know it's annoying, but for me to actively learn builds, I just got to keep nailing it in and keep reassuring myself, keep saying the win cons, and it will become second nature, you know? I think we're onto something though. I think this is accurate. I think Liandry's and Demonic is always going to be a good build, but I think this build is better versus Squishies, you know? Their team's playing pretty well. They're using their champs well. It's interesting. I mean, this is fine as long as I don't catch the Malphite ult. Renekton, you're in a little too deep, bro. I don't think we can do that. I think I'm gonna wait. Oh god. Wait, I can't do this either. They got Jhin though, that's cool. Oh, hey Pike, got you over the wall. Got the little piker. I can't flash. Oh, nice. Wait, they have a smite, we don't. Alright, I have smite. I have smite in my Q and R. It's fine. Get back here. Doink. Nice. Good job, y'all. Our team's been a little tilty-wilty, so I'm gonna hit a good job out there. Come here, Malphite. I know you're a tank, but I don't do anything to you. That's fine. I'll wait for red buff. I'll wait patiently. I don't think I need to do Barret with my team. Like, they should be able to grab it. I think this build is still really good this game because, like, again, this build revolves around them having no magic resist and them being squishy. Look at their team, right? Because, remember, Anguish is better versus healthy. Anguish is best versus champions that stack health. Champions that stack magic resist, right? Ludens is better versus champions that don't do either of those. So if you look at their team and you ask yourself the question, you know, what are they doing? Well, they're not stacking health and magic resist. Only Malphite has magic resist. Kayn has a little bit of health. But not really that much. And they have 0 magic resist. So I think Ludens is a no-brainer here. Blue pot. I'm actually gonna just save my gold. So blue pot would be a good call. Depends on how you look at it, right? Do I think this game's gonna end in 5 minutes? I think the answer to that is hell no. I think the game's not gonna end in 5 minutes. I think this is solo queue. I don't think we'll be able to get a clean end in 5 minutes. So I'd rather just save for selling boots and getting Lich Bane. That's how I feel right now about this. Now, if it ends in 5 minutes, tickle me pink and call me a dumbass. Yeah, I would be wrong. But just taking a guess at it, taking a crack at it, I don't think it will end in 5 minutes. I could be wrong. After that pick, I could definitely be wrong, but... I'm going to push bottom. Just kidding, I'm not pushing bottom. I don't trust my team not to die here. I don't trust my team not to, like, look for a fight while I'm pushing bottom. So I'm going to stay somewhat close. On my way, on my way. Coming. Okay, well, I should have trusted them. They're popping off. They're popping off! I should have went bottom. I'm a noob. I'm paying attention, don't mind me. Ludens is doing a lot of damage now. It's doing 184 proc, yeah. So the proc on Ludens isn't really that good, but the magic pen is really good versus some targets. How do I get Jin? Ludens, my Ludens got Jin. OP. Okay, GG. Hey, stop it, Pike. That's mean. Nice. GG, let's check out the damage and stuff. Let's check out the deeps. Okay. Night Harvester's too high risk, high reward for me. It feels fine, but Blue Pot, I know, you guys are right. Screw me. Okay, let's check out the damage. It doesn't show my item damage, but... Hoo-hoo! 54k! Not bad. The Ludens was somewhere around 4k. Airy did 4k. Wow, that's a lot of Airy damage. Sheesh, think I didn't go Grasp. Nice. Okay. GG, y'all. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Smiley face.